Hey, what's up, guys? It's Dan from CryptoCamacho.com, where each day I teach you how to make money in cryptocurrency. Some days we talk about trading, other days we talk about tools and resources, but every single day you'll learn something new about the cryptocurrency markets and how to profit in this cryptocurrency revolution that we're in today. So today I want to talk about IOta. I want to talk about IOta because something very interesting happened in the last day or two. I haven't been able to make a video about it until now. I did mention this on a few comments in my YouTube videos earlier this morning, but now's the first chance I'm getting to make a video about it. But I want to actually just explain what happened to IOta today and yesterday, why the price actually went down, and look at the rise right now and the future kind of potential of IOta going forward. So first, let's look at exactly what happened. So if I go over to my IOta chart, you can see that yesterday we were at a high, right, of about $5.02, right? $5.02 is where IOta was sitting yesterday. If you can't see that, let me mark it right here. That is where we were sitting yesterday, right? Then all of a sudden, yesterday and today, you see the price, slowly decline. And I actually didn't notice what was happening. I saw the decline, but I didn't know what was actually happening until about right here, right? And that's when I started writing comments on my YouTube videos that, hey, you guys need to get out of IOta, at least in the short term. It's going down for now. There's going to be a dip, right? And I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So if I go over here to one of my IOta videos, let's just go over to this one right here, right? Buy IOta at $3. Let's just click on this. I'm going to pause that. And let's scroll down to the comments. So I tried to warn everybody the best I could in the comments here without being able to make a video. For those of you that caught it, I said IOta, it's about 5 hours ago, right? I said IOta is about to take a dip, guys. Get out in the short term, hold in the long term. You've been alerted. And I linked to this article right here. IOta partnership, Microsoft Marketplace, right? So somebody actually commented on one of my YouTube videos that they asked, they said, is the IOta Microsoft partnership even real? Did it even actually happen? Is it formalized? What's going on? And I looked at that and I said, oh, this is the first time I've ever heard of that it's not real, right? It was all over the internet. It was all over the media that Microsoft and IOta and other companies had actually joined in a formal partnership to start really building out IOta's data marketplace and data monetization model using that marketplace, right? So this intrigued me, right? Because I'm following IOta fairly closely. I have a good amount of money in IOta, and I wanted to track what exactly was happening so I can let you guys know. So now let's jump over to the article, and really let's just see what happened. So really what happened is there was a price dip all the way down till today, about a 28% price dip, right? That's a pretty big price dip from the top to the bottom, 30%, right? That's quite a bit. I actually didn't notice it though until I think it was around, somewhere around here. So around a 15% dip, right? But what actually happened, if we go over to the article, it says IOta clarifies it has no formal partnership with Microsoft, right? Which is very interesting, very intriguing, considering it was all over the internet that Microsoft and IOta partnered, and really, which is why it led to the huge spike in the IOta price in the last week or two, right? It's largely because of this Microsoft IOta partnership, right? And other things as well, other partnerships as well. But this was one of the main drivers, and the media picked up on that, pushed it out into the internet, into the blogosphere, and then you had a huge ramp in the price, right? So if you read through this, and I won't read through the entire thing, but I do want to read through bits and pieces of this, because essentially what this article is saying is that Microsoft has said we don't actually have a formal partnership with IOta. Yes, IOta is posting their is putting Tangle and putting their apps on the Microsoft Azure marketplace or exchange, but there's no formal agreement. There's no formal partnership or anything like that, right? And Microsoft even says right here, we have never mentioned that any of the companies which are participating in the marketplace are our partners. Co-founder Dominic, we call them participants, right? And so what happened is IOta has basically got the approval to put their applications or their data marketplace on the Microsoft Azure platform, right? But there was never any formal agreement between Microsoft and IOta to do a proof of concept or a pilot to really build out this data marketplace. And so you can see, when this was announced like a week or two ago, IOta's marketplace share has more than quadrupled from 2.95 billion to over 13 billion. And that literally happened in the span of like 1 to 2 weeks, and largely because of this Microsoft partnership, right? So then you read down a little bit further, and here's something else. Okay, curiously, IOta's press release from a few weeks ago back suggested that Microsoft had already done that. Participants from all sectors and industries are represented. Companies such as Deutsche Bank, Microsoft, Bosch, Fujitsu, blah, 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 and many more have deployed sensors that directly sell the data on the marketplace. So these companies are deploying sensors to sell data on the IOta marketplace, but there is not a formal agreement between these companies and IOta. That's very different, right, than what IOta has been kind of pitching and saying all along, right? And so what does IOta have to say about this? So IOta says the launch of the data marketplace was just the beginning, the IOta co-founder added. The project will continue for several weeks and is multi-staged, right? So what did they say? Okay, let's read down a little bit further here and see exactly what they say. Okay, so what actually happened here is that, let me just read this part right here. Here we go. Okay. This means that the Redmond giant has not yet contributed any data to IOta's marketplace, nor does it have any sensors connected to its network. Asked about its involvement in IOta's data marketplace, a Microsoft spokesman told TNW that IOta is a Microsoft Azure customer and plans to use Azure to test and deploy its data marketplace. Having said this, the two companies are indeed collaborating on a series of technology innovation exercises with IOta without any signed agreements, right? So there's no formal signed agreement or POC in place. We have never mentioned that any of the companies which are participating in the marketplace are our partners, said founder of IOta. And then you get down and it says, we are in touch with the multiple divisions at Microsoft, Chicago, Paris, Munich, he continued. We are hosting 2 meetups today in Chicago and then Thursday in Paris and hosted at the Microsoft office. The aim of this exercise, according to Schneider, is merely to showcase the potential of Tangle and its data marketplace as a proof of concept. So this is fascinating to me because what happened is you got this announcement that went viral in the media back here, right around November 30th, December 1st, about 2 weeks ago, which completely drove up the price of IOta to the moon, right? And then you kind of got these ups and downs. And then today I see this, and it really was published yesterday at the beginning of the day in the morning. And so you see this decline, immediately right when that article came out. And so I was trying to warn everybody, look, there's going to be a dip. You need to get out of here as soon as you can because there's going to be a dip in the price. And that's exactly what happened right here, right? So hopefully you guys got out in time to get, to catch this dip here, because if you did, you would have had a 15%, opportunity to buy more IOta coin. So what I actually did this morning, and what I want to show you guys, is I actually sold my IOta right here, and I'm using Binance, so my little arrows aren't here, but I sold my IOta right here this morning when I found out this news. I knew it was going to dip a bit, and I just didn't know how much it was going to dip. I didn't know if it was going to dip just a little bit, or I didn't know if it was really going to tank, significantly, because a lot of people are banking on this Microsoft proof of concept, right? So I sold, and once I saw that it was actually kind of coming back up, I actually bought back around the 375 mark. So I bought back all of my IOta that I had sold, and I bought it back. And essentially, was able to get more IOta coins from that news and from that buyback, right? So there was a dip, I sold, and then I bought back on the buyback, which basically, which basically made me accumulate more IOta coins, right? About 10% more, approximately, right? So anyway, I wanted to clarify that. I wanted to let you guys know what was going on there, and I wanted to just let you guys know so that you know what's going on with IOta. A lot of people are asking me about IOta and where the price is going to go. This is a little bit concerning to me, not alarming, but a little bit concerning in the fact that the IOta founders did not make much of an attempt to clarify this before the price shot up to almost $6. They were kind of quiet on this, and then they carefully chose their wording and terminology, to address the marketplace on this. Look into it a little bit more. I'll post the article in the show notes here on my YouTube channel. But it does make me a little uneasy with the truthfulness or the integrity of the IOta team at this point, right? And on the one side, I can't blame them. Who would want to kind of correct this when the price is shooting up through the roof all the way to $6, right? From less than $1. But at the same time, it does somewhat undermine the credibility of the leadership of the IOTA team. You would think they'd be very straightforward, very upfront, very honest about this as the price was jumping. I definitely still believe in IOTA. I definitely still believe in the long-term potential of Tangle, but it does make me kind of second guess what they're doing. I will be interested to see kind of how their proof of concepts do roll out, how successful they are with Microsoft and some of these other companies, which may lead to a formal agreement or a formal partnership with Microsoft or some of these other companies. But it doesn't actually exist today, right? And I just want to make sure you guys are aware of that, so you have full disclosure about what's going on with IOTA. I do still think the price is going to go up significantly in 2018. I think IOTA is still very undervalued at $4 right now. It's like $4.07 right now. I think it's very undervalued. I think if it's successful with Microsoft and some of these others, definitely we're going to see the price going past 10, and even beyond. I don't want to predict the future here, but definitely something to watch. But be skeptical of what's going on, right? Just watch the market here, and I'll do my best to explain to you guys what's going on as well. Hopefully this is helpful for you guys. Again, I'll link to the article in the show notes. I'd love to know your comments about this. I'd love to know if you guys are still holding IOTA, if you're going to sell IOTA now based on this. We are seeing a bounce back, which is good. I don't know how long this is going to last. I don't know how much this article has actually gotten into the blogosphere and on the internet, on Reddit, on all these different blogs and so forth, YouTube videos. I imagine once it does, the price may go down a little bit more. But the fact that it's already bounced back from this makes me actually very happy and sounds promising that most people are not too concerned about this. But I wanted to make you guys aware of it first. And if you have any more questions about it, let me know. I'm Dan from CryptoCamacho.com, and I will see you next time. IOTA to the moon. See you guys.